This is going to be about the empty nest, you guys. Uh, those of us who are parents experience this overwhelming responsibility for these little babies who are so needy, and we have to learn to be okay with being so selfless and meeting all their needs and love and mentor them. And we spend so much of our time and our money on these wonderful children, and then one day they leave us. So it's from being all and consumed by them to having to let them go. And it's a big emotional, it takes a huge emotional range to not parentify them, to not try to control them, but to be there for them in their utter helpless neediness as infants, and to gradually let them go and encourage them to go out into the world and release them into the wild like a bird, and still have a relationship with our adult children and our grandchildren. It's a huge range of the heart and parenting skills and everything. And then one day they're gone. And all of this time and focus that was about them, it's gone. There's a space created. It creates a space they call an empty nest, because it is. The bird is gone out of the nest. There's a space in the nest, but also space in our thoughts, and a space in our hearts, and a space in our lives. And what is this time of our life for? We get to reinvent ourselves. Okay, what do I want to do with this time in my life? Now, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments what you have done with the empty nest time, so we can kind of share some ideas and learn from each other. My mother, who is a very spiritual person, said that there are three phases of life according to in India. There's the student phase, which is when you're learning and studying and growing. There's the householder phase, where you're married and you're raising a family. And the last phase of your life is your spiritual phase, for pursuing your spiritual pursuits. It could also be for volunteering and so on. I haven't done either of that. I completely pursued like my aliveness, my emotional self-expression, my sexual self-expression. I spent many years working as an escort. I wrote a book. I have this YouTube channel. And I have money now to spend on myself, because when I was a mom, my money all went to my kids. Now I can do things like personal training and getting massages and buying clothes that I never did before. And I also I'm not responsible for anyone but myself, so I get to be really selfish. Also, I get to think about anything that's happening in my life now. I cannot blame my ex-husband. He's not there. Everything that happens in my life now is completely up to me. The energy I have in my home, how my life is going. No one is restricting my freedom anymore. It's all me. At the same time, I miss so much my family life. I miss it incredibly. And I would love to replace it, So I would love to meet a man with kids. But then the problem is, are these kids going to hate me? Are they going to be difficult? So I don't know. But I miss my family life. Okay, that's a definite thing. I think those were some of the best years of my life, better than this life of freedom that I have now. I would completely redo the family life, but not the marriage part. So I don't know. It is what it is. But some people have taken the empty nest part to do like an eat, pray, love adventure, going and traveling and going on these yoga retreats, if people have money to do that. Some people might want to start a whole new career, pursue a hobby or passion they set aside, do a lot of dating. If you're dating, I'm going to make a separate video on the dating, because that's a whole nother thing. But what do you want to do in your own life for you, now that you're no longer responsible for children and you have all this space? What have you done, and how sad did you feel? I was very sad, by the way, very sad. It took me many years to get used to all my kids being gone. That was very sad. Even when I was married, one by one as they left, I felt very sad when they all were leaving. I felt very sad. And now I make sure I see them all regularly and stay connected with them. That's very important to me. So, how have you handled the empty nest? I would love to read your comments, and thank you for watching.